Taylor Rapp here from the LA Rams. Shout out to Steve Taylor, the real sports guy, and the honorary Ram. When Steve's talks sports, you better listen. Thanks, Steve from the Rams, for your continued support and love. We are taking it all the way this year, but you already know that. Go Rams.
With Prince Bell, we rocking with Keeping It Real Sports, and we gonna be on this. We gonna be on a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Come on. I told you I got you. Wanna talk about the game, he can talk about it. Tennis, match, golf, he can talk about it. Don't matter what it is, he can talk about it. Any sport dude, he know about it. Save your boy bum, don't doubt it. If he tell you that it is what it is. The real sports guy in the Sandman. Talk show game in the bag, man. Rep, gon' have to throw the flag, man. Steve Taylor, Andy Sands. It's over, OVA. Game over, they don't play. From the fourth quarter to the ninth inning. NASCAR wheels keep spinning. To the 18th hole, he's still in control. Keep eye on the goal. Coach never missing the play, cause he know the deal. This keeping it real. Sports. Come on. Keeping it real. Yeah. Let's go.
All right, it's Saturday morning in the Glass City. Yes, I'm back in the Glass City, man. Feels great to be back with my boy Andy man. The real sports guy, keeping it real. Another big show for you. I am the real sports guy. He is the Sandman. Sandman, what's going on, brother?
Steve Taylor, it's good to be back, man. It just wasn't the same last week not being here. I just want you to know that. But hey, you know what? When the doctor tells you got to go get a physical, you kind of have to listen. So
Yeah. You left me, man. You left me to all the questions. Like, where the hell is the Sandman? Is he sick because Ohio State lost? Is he sick? What's going on with the Sandman? I had to answer those questions.
Well, I appreciate the love out there, everybody being concerned. But the good news is I'm healthy. All the blood work came back normal. Blood pressure's normal. Believe it or not, as excited as I get on the show sometimes. So I'm ready to rock and roll. We got a big show today. We're going to get right back into it, and let's hit it. We got a lot to talk about, Steve, and let's get it started with Hot Off the Press. All right, Steve. Well, it finally happened. Brittney Griner gets to come home. They finally reached an agreement between President Biden and Vladimir Putin in Russia. They exchanged a Russian arms dealer to bring Griner back home. They didn't get the other American that they wanted, but Brittney comes home. Happy to see her get back. It would have been nice to have the other American home as well, but hopefully that can happen in time. But now we can stop talking about it and move on to bigger and better things.
Well, man, it's just a damn shame that, man, this woman, man, was detained for 294 days for some BS, okay? It just goes to show you that people, man, in other parts of the country don't necessarily play ball, man, right. And that's just the best way that I can say it out than anything else, But yeah, man, it's good to get BG back. And, hey, man, let's move on, man. Hey, look, big things happening over, man, in Qatar. Let's look at it, man.
Steve Taylor, you and I have been doing this show for over a year. Everybody knows we're not big soccer people. I will tell you something. I've become a bigger soccer person because of this World Cup particularly. This has been absolutely spectacular. And check this out. Yesterday, we almost had two major upsets, but the biggest upset happened in the first part of the day as Croatia takes down Brazil, your pick to win it all, by the way, in penalty kicks. Now, I will say this. I think this is absolute, complete horseshit that this is how these games, these matches have to end.
See, you already ahead of me. I already had a tangent on that this morning. at 9:30 this morning, talking about how it's BS. How Croatia wants to run off and say they shocked Brazil because they beat them on damn penalty kicks. Are you kidding me? You didn't beat Brazil. I'm just telling you, you out-kicked them. That is garbage. Okay, but see, Andy, once again, let's, and that's current, but let's get the people up to speed on what happened to our guys last week. We got to go back to that.
Okay, all right. So Team USA loses to the Netherlands.
Correct.
And at one point, it looked like they were going to be able to come back and force extra time, right? And force overtime to potentially get to penalties. Because, Steve, if this gets to penalties, Team USA was playing yesterday and not losing that match. But you got to give Netherlands credit. They went with their game plan.
Exactly. They came out and they just disrupted the United States right off the top. The United States is playing catch up from the beginning. But my question is to you: Are you encouraged or discouraged with the showing of the United States soccer team?
I'm absolutely encouraged. Okay, I'm excited about what's going to happen in 4 years. I think this is what they needed to do to establish themselves and remind people what USA Soccer is all about. I think they have the right head coach. Even though a lot of people may not agree with me about that, I believe they have the right head coach for the talent that is going to be developed over the next 4 years to get them back to the World Cup.
Well,
starting with
McKenzie,
starting with Pulisic, starting in goal. I think they've got the foundation there, Steve. Now, can they find the pieces that were missing? They didn't have enough offense. That's something they have to improve.
Exactly. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. See,
but I'm encouraged.
Turner did well. He did well in goal. Not a problem with Turner. And at some point, you got to score the damn goal. You got to score the ball. See, look, Croatia, they scored. Okay? Yep. Argentina, they scored. You have to score. Morocco scores. Portugal scores. France scores. England, the United States doesn't score.
Yeah, and that's always been the problem, Steve. It really is. And honestly, if Pulisic doesn't sacrifice himself, they may not have even been in that game and gotten by Iran.
I'm so damn tired of us talking about Christian Pulisic because I've watched this dude. Dude, look, you got kicked in the ding-ding. Freaking grow up. We all been kicked in the ding-ding for.
Okay, it wasn't that. He legitimately had bruised ribs, okay? He ran into the goalie to score the goal. All right, moving on. Yesterday,
he got kicked in the ding-ding, people. He got kicked in the ding-ding.
All right, I just think you love saying that. Yesterday, Argentina wins against the Netherlands, and guess how they did it, Steve?
Yeah, penalty kicks. Imagine that.
Yeah, there you go. But hey, listen, everybody had written off Argentina after their loss early in the tournament. But I'm telling you right now, they have to be the favorite to win it all at this point.
But here's the thing. Did you see the setup goal that they got to tie the game, at least get the penalty kick? They set up a play. And guess what they did, Andy? They scored! Imagine that.
All right, well, so that's half the field in the semifinals, right? The other half is happening today. Today. Actually, in less than an hour, we're going to see the first match. And this is it right here.
I just hope it ain't no damn penalty kicks. Please don't
Portugal,
be no damn penalty kicks.
And the surprise of the tournament, Morocco took out Spain. Everybody looked ahead at the bracket, Steve. They had their eyes on Spain against Portugal. It didn't happen. Morocco had something to say about it. Yeah. Now, the question to me is, can Portugal avoid the distractions of the craziness that has been Ronaldo and go through and win this match to get to where they're supposed to get to in the semis?
Well, Andy, they bench him, and the kid that they put in goes for a freaking hat trick. Okay, Now they're looking at Ronaldo. What is he gonna do? What he's gonna do? He's gonna be a damn super sub. In case you get behind Morocco, which is a good chance it's gonna happen because the African group. This is the first African team to get this far in the World Cup. By the way, now Morocco is on a roll. Can they keep up with the athletic Moroccan team? We'll find that out later on.
And then the game, okay, the match of the entire tournament may not even happen in the finals. It's happening today, okay?
Yeah, this could be a final.
Huge
France,
rivalry.
England.
A massive rivalry. okay? And my wife is of French descent, so I'll be castrated if I don't watch this match today. I'm just telling you right now. So I'll be watching soccer, okay? And Kylian Mbappe, right now, Steve, is without question above everybody else and the best player in the world. And if they don't stop him,
dude's got the
this
most
won't
goals. I
even
mean,
be
period in the
close.
story. Don't tell me about the baby pain. Show me the baby. Dude, show you the baby.
If England doesn't stop him, this won't even be close. It won't be a rivalry.
Yeah.
So they better stop him, because if not, France wins 3-1, and that's my prediction. All right, let's do some quick hitters.
Hey. Quick hitters.
If you've been watching this show for a long time, you know that we don't pigeonhole ourselves. We cover it all, baby. And this was a massive week at the winter meetings in Major League Baseball. Steve, let's talk about the three biggest signings. Trey Turner to the Phillies for $300 million. Aaron Judge got the Yankees to bite and did what he's supposed to do and forced them to pay him $40 million a year, because if they had not done that, he would be in San Francisco right now. And then what the hell are the Mets doing? A 42-year-old gets $43 million a year? Come on, Steve Taylor.
Hey, man, look. What people aren't talking about is how Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander is up on the same team again.
Yeah.
Hey, remember Detroit Tigers fans back years ago when we tried to tell you? We tried to tell you about this, but you know. Yeah. But the winners in this whole thing, man, it's got to be the Phillies. Man, the Phillies is like, dude, we're not playing. We mean this. We're going to double down with Bryce Harper. Now we're going to get Trey Turner. This is real, folks. This is real.
Yeah, and they made another couple moves, too, that are going to, solidify that roster. I think getting a taste of the World Series wasn't enough. They have to be the favorites in the National League going into next season. They have to be, because the roster hasn't changed and it got better, okay? And they improved their pitching staff, too, which is scary, because that's the one thing that failed them at the end of the World Series, right? And the bullpen.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you something, and I know you're going to hit me on this. I don't care. The Cleveland Guardians signing Josh Bell was a really good move for Cleveland, because they had that power bat that's been missing the last 3 years. Now you can protect Ramirez a little bit more and get some more offense to back up one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. So keep an eye on that. All right, what do you got?
That was real sneaky. That was real sneaky. Hey, man, let's talk a little bit about NBA. Let's talk a little NBA. Hey, Andy, the NBA Team of the Week, and we're going to do this every week. And it may not necessarily be the team that you think it should be every week. It's the team that my BDI tells you. And when you look at this thing this week, man, my BDI tells me it's the Boston Celtics. And I'm not just talking about Jalen, because Jaylen Brown is like, hey, I need a seat at this table myself, because I'm a superstar, okay? Because this kid is absolutely turning into that. I don't know what the hell they drinking in the water in Boston, but I tell you what, this team right now is playing the best, and they have it. They are the NBA Team of the Week. You have
21-5.
Connections to that.
The 21-5, but do you know who 2 of those 5 losses were to?
Okay, see, Homer, I also know that you went on the road and lost 7 or 8. That's what I know.
Yeah, this is true too. But I'm just saying, so far, they've got their number. Long season. All right. Hey,
yeah,
listen,
it is a long season, man.
You missed this last week, so I had to bring some extra today. All right?
Well,
just remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, by the way.
Oh, by the way.
All right, Steve. Today is a fun day in sports. Period. End of story. We got college football. We got golf. We got the World Cup. Oh, I said golf, right?
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, you're going to be watching this if you're a golf fan. Tiger Woods back on the golf course. Steve, you want to talk about a dream team, a dream twosome. Tiger and Rory watching every single hole tonight, 6 o'clock TNT in Tampa Bay, which means we're going to get to see golf under the lights. Oh, my God, it's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, I hope Tiger Woods got his golf cart all batteried up, because his ass can't walk. He can't walk. He's going to ride on a bike. Give him a bike and let him go.
Listen,
hey,
that's
look.
That's the reason he's playing tonight is the golf cart, because his plantar
I know. Hey, look, it seems to me that every time you tell me that Cleveland players suck, they show up in Los Angeles and they seem to look all right to me. Oh, by the way, yeah, Baker Mayfield pops up on the scene, and in 48 hours, he delivers the goods for the Rams. Now, I don't know about you, but he looked damn good to me. I'm just saying, shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Two things. Number one, Raiders have one of the worst secondaries in football. Number two, it's one game. You'll see the real Baker over the next few weeks.
See, you said the same thing about OBJ and the rings and things that they sing about. Odell Beckham can bring them out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Baker's not getting you to the playoffs.
See, there we go. There we go. Do I have to test just a bit of hater? Just a bit?
Yeah.
A little bit of hater.
Hey, listen. You know, he set my franchise back a couple years. I'm allowed to hate him.
Oh, your first playoff game, too, that you ain't had in 20-something years. I'm just saying. Here we go.
Listen, people tune in to watch you and I scream at each other, all right? So I'm not doing my job if I don't hate on them a little bit. Hey, speaking of hate, I don't agree with this hate. People are hating on Deion for going to Colorado, Steve. That's not right.
Wow.
The man did what's best for him and his career. And by the way, did you happen to watch his YouTube channel and his speech in that locker room? I wanted to go to Colorado and suit up for his ass.
Hey, man, did you see? Oh, by the way, they just signed a 5-star recruit, okay, a wide receiver that's coming from the IGA Academy saying, look here, I'm in, Prime, I'm in. Not only is he in, Travis Hunter's in, Shedeur Sanders is in, Shiloh Sanders is in. Oh, and the guy that's in the middle, right up under Sanders, that's Kelly. Kelly is coming from Alabama with championship pedigree because he won a national championship coordinating the defense for Florida State under Jimbo Fisher. So this dude is bringing in superstars. He's bringing in stars, man. Everybody wants to go hang out with Prime Time. It's Prime Time, baby. Coach Prime. If you want to win, you better get in. 2075. That's all I'm gonna say. 2075.
When he's talking to his players, the current Colorado players, and he walked in there, and once again the media misquoted him. He didn't say, get your ass in the transfer portal. He said, if you don't want to work your ass off, go to the transfer portal.
Get in the portal and do whatever you got to do.
Big difference.
If you don't want to win, because he fat total. Like, bro, them hoodies that y'all got on and them cell phones, that's not going to work here. Not here.
That's right.
And see, it's called culture. It's called culture. He's changing the culture. He said, man, because that 1 in 10, I ain't about that, buddy. If you want to win, you better get in. That's all I'm saying.
My favorite quote, but my favorite part of that whole video was that he talked about the fact that he went to some of the higher boosters, right? And he said that I want these kids to matter more in the NFL than the NIL. And the boosters weren't having it. So he told them, bye. You're not a booster anymore. I love that. Yeah. He's looking out for these guys as young men, Steve, not for the money. That's special to me. All right, here we go. Yeah. We didn't get a chance to talk about it too much because I wasn't here last week, but they announced the Final Four. Ohio State gets in. Michigan, TCU. I think the committee is going to deny it for eternity that they didn't want a rematch in the semifinal because they want it in the national championship. And I think there's a good chance it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, last week I said that it would be just The reason being is because Ohio State lost in its final game, and they're going to punish the Buckeyes and say, so if you want to get to that rematch and that championship game, you're going to have to beat these dudes. These dudes being the Georgia Bulldogs. That's what's going to happen. I said it last week, and I'm doubling down this week. Okay, so we're going to get in the Peach Bowl. You're going to have to beat them on their terms, too. You're going to have to go to Atlanta and beat them. You're going to have to beat them in Atlanta. So it ain't going to be easy. In Michigan, they go to the Fiesta Bowl. They play TCU just kind of like I thought they would. But these are the 4 teams that are the most deserving to be in the college football playoff, just like we said it would.
Did you watch the pathetic excuse for a plea bargain to the committee that Nick Saban put on that night before they made their decision?
Why the hell was he on the Big Ten championship game in the first place? Somebody answer me that. Riddle me that, Batman.
Because Fox and ESPN suck off on Nick Saban, okay?
Because it's Nick. It's Tricky Nicky. It's Tricky Nicky.
All right. Speaking of tricky, they announced the finalists for the Heisman, and they are all quarterbacks.
Yeah, they should be.
All right, we're going to take a look at some numbers here in a minute. But first, Steve, we got Stetson Bennett out of nowhere. Nobody, and I don't understand this, but nobody until this decision was talking about him as a Heisman candidate. And they should have been, because he's on the best team in the country.
He's steady all year.
And he's been Mr. Consistency. That's absolutely right. All right, so let's look at some numbers. You talked about the pass taken. All right, Stetson Bennett, 3,340 yards, 37 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, quarterback ranking 87.7. I think I got a duplicate number in there. That's on my. Because C.J. Stroud threw 40 touchdowns. So, yeah, I put Stetson's numbers in there twice. That's my bad. But anyways, C.J. Stroud is over 3,500 yards.
3,700 yards. 3,700 yards.
40 touchdowns, and I think 6 picks. His quarterback rating's higher than 87. Max Duggan, 3,300 yards, 20 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions, and the boy can run the football, okay? He single-handedly got them to overtime in the Big 12 championship. Single-handedly, Steve, in those last 2 minutes, took over the game. Caleb Williams, I know he got hurt in the Pac-12 championship, but Utah has his number, Steve. They beat him twice this year, okay? But I don't think you can overlook what he did in terms of body of work. I think he's going to win the Heisman Trophy.
Andy, it's a slam dunk. Caleb Williams is the Heisman Trophy winner. These other guys are going for the trip. I just hate to put it like that, but it is what it is. Caleb Williams is the Heisman Trophy winner.
You know what I just realized? This is how you know I'm rusty. You threw up the storylines video, and I went to college football.
That's all right.
Oops.
That's all right. But let's do it again.
Hey, listen, when I put something in order, it stays in order. I don't have that little.
It's all right, baby. Let's rock and
trigger
roll.
Brain. All right, listen. There were some really, really good football games last week. Okay, let's start with this one. Have the Cincinnati Bengals reminded people they are the defending AFC champions, Steve Taylor?
Yeah, I mean, man, it's Joe Burrow. You know what? It's time to say Joe Burrow and them, okay? Because Joe Burrow's like, man, y'all keep talking about this dude, my homie, and I keep kicking his ass, okay? I know the last 3 times in the last calendar year we done played and this dude ain't beaten. Why do we keep talking about this? When are we going to start talking about me? When are we going to stop saying, is Buffalo defeated to the Super Bowl? And I've been trying to tell you all year, pump your brakes on Buffalo. You can't win a championship in September. Tried to tell you that. Now Von Miller's gone. Now what?
Yeah, that's a
now
problem.
What?
That's
Tried to
problem.
tell you. See, bro, I'm telling you, it's the reason that I wear all 4 of these eyes, man, because I see stuff.
I've got them too, my friend.
With all 4 of them.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, you better watch these Cincinnati Bengals, because they coming.
Okay, but here's the thing. Now, this is not intentional. This just happened to put in my brain, okay? The only team that Joe Burrow has never beaten in his career.
It's the Cleveland Browns.
Do you know
And
who
that's
he
the
plays
truth.
tomorrow?
The Cleveland Browns.
Here you go. So can he finally get it done? I'll tell you why he will. If Deshaun plays quarterback, he wins the game.
Well, we shall see, because y'all stunk like hot garbage, man. You know,
that's
if
why
they
I
don't
said
run
that.
back a punt, a pick-off, and a fumble recovery, dude, you don't win the game. You don't beat.
Yep, that's right.
You don't beat.
And I'm telling you, because I'm here, and I've been hearing it all week, they have splitting snaps with the first team.
All I'm saying is,
Don't
bro,
be surprised.
look, bro, all these Browns, man, get up out of town and they look all right on other teams, man. At some point, we got to look at, maybe it's the damn culture. It's the damn culture.
Oh, it's
and,
the culture.
And who is responsible for the culture?
It's flashing in front of you. It's the culture. The question. But you know what's crazy? Somehow, they continue to dominate the North. They can stay in the playoffs. I don't know how this is possible. It's not going to happen. Trust me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I ain't going to even let you go there. I'm going to stop you right there.
All right,
Let's get
I'm going
to
to
that
stop
one.
myself and talk about Brock Purdy, Steve Taylor.
Woo-wee.
Brock, I'm going to tell you something right now, and I think you're going to agree with me on this. The way that he played last week is why Baker ended up in L.A., not in San Francisco. Agree or disagree?
No, hey man, look, man. The one thing that San Francisco does is they develop their quarterbacks. They don't ask their quarterbacks to do anything different. Brock Purdy is doing the exact same thing Jimmy G did. Hey man, look, these plays, man, that are being schemed up by Kyle Shanahan, when they throw down the field, guys are wide open, man. That's, man, consequently off of the run, man. They give you so many different run looks, and they're going to power it up. They're going to run behind a fullback. Not many teams even employ a fullback anymore, man. They use that as a big part of their offense. And now they got C-Mac and company, and they're bludgeoning you. And see, the thought is that C-Mac is running you out. No, it's some other dudes that's busting your behind. C-Mac is just coming in, getting the carries, man. Man, when they done softened you up. Man, the Niners are real, man. The Niners are real. I've been seeing this up close and personal for years.
Very dangerous team.
They're well put together.
Very dangerous team. And Jimmy G is not gone for the season. He's gone for the regular season.
Ah, stop it, man. He done. All right. He's done.
All right. We got one more game to look at, and is it finally time to say that the Eagles are the best team in football? Are we there? Or are we not there still? What do you think?
Well, man, Jalen Hurts and company, man, they can beat you a lot of ways, man. The thing that gives me cause to pause for them is you can be physical with them up front and run the football, man. As long as you stay ahead of the chains, man. We've seen that with Philly. They panicked. They went out and they've got different playmakers to kind of fill in holes that they had. They went and got Ndamukong Suh. They went and got Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn is out with a knee injury now, but they understood their shortcomings. But man, you got to watch Philly, man. They're passing the eyeball test, man.
Yeah, and that was A.J. Brown's game too, right? Because he got traded from Tennessee, so there was a little extra there for him. And listen, if anybody can run the football, it's Tennessee Titans, and Philly did a pretty good job of keeping him in check. So maybe with getting Ndamukong Suh in that middle, they might have helped their run defense more than we think they did. So, hey, listen, college football's over. I got destroyed this year. I don't even want to go through the numbers, okay?
See, I wasn't gonna go there. I did.
I'm taking accountability for sucking, okay? Because that was a joke. I don't even know if I'm gonna make picks next year. That's how bad this was. But you know what doesn't stop? Who you got?
You've heard the rest. Now here's the best. It's the Keeping It Real Sports College Football Poll.
We are rusty today. We are very rusty today. You want to throw that? You want to throw that video up again? Because you ran the college football poll. Who you got, brother? Who you got?
That's what we think. Who you got? All right, here we go. Who you got, man?
All right, let's take a look at where we're going this week.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
All right, Steve, we got a big battle in the North. The Vikings can pretty much lock up the division, right? I mean, this is a really big game for them, and they got the Lions in Detroit. Jared Goff just said earlier this week, I'm playing the best football I've ever played, and mind you, he went to a Super Bowl. Okay? That's something to look forward to if you're a Lions fan. But Steve, who have I been backing all year? And who have I been right about all year? It's Minnesota. And they know that they have to remind people that this is their division to lose. They're going to go in and they're going to win on the road at Detroit this weekend. Give me the Vikings.
Let me give you cause to pause. The Vikings are 10-2. The Lions are 5-7. Yet, the Lions are a 2-point favorite in this one. They're favored.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions are a different team at home. The Lions have played football at home, Lion football on the road. They've been in a number of close games, as have the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Lions at home.
All right. I'm not surprised by that. Part of me was this close to taking them, but I'm Vikings. All right. So Tampa, San Francisco. Fox is making this out like it's going to be this exciting game, this big Tom Brady against the Niners, Tom Brady against Brock Purdy. Stop that. San Francisco has one of the best defenses in the league, and Tampa Bay has the worst offensive line in the league. Period. End of story. Tom Brady is lucky he's still standing to be able to throw the football. Now, what he did last week was impressive. That's why he's the greatest ever. But windy conditions in San Francisco, Tampa Bay cannot run the football, Steve. They're the worst rushing team in the NFL, and that includes the 10-1 Houston Texans. This is an easy pick. Give me San Francisco all the way.
Not so fast, my friend. Brock Purdy making his first start. He's got tape on him now. Quarterbacks making their first start against Tom Brady is 0-6. It'll be 0-7. Give me Tom Brady now.
You just talked about Kyle Shanahan scheming earlier. He will not allow Brock Purdy to lose this game. Just remember that. All right, one more. We got the pace. Dolphins, Chargers, flexed into Sunday night. I'll make it quick. Listen, we know what's wrong with the Chargers. Miami needs a bounce-back win after losing in San Francisco. I think they get it. Give me the Dolphins and Tua on the road.
Yeah, Miami really, they've stayed out on the West Coast. They've been prepared for this one, getting it in preparation for this. I just like the way and the scheme of McDonald and company. Give me the Dolphins.
All right, Steve, no more college football until bowl games begin this upcoming week. So I think it's time to take a look at some BDI rankings a little early this year.
And see, this is at first glance, this is the way too early rankings, Andy. Way too early. But see, the sports guy is always doing his homework. I'm always looking at trying to give you, our people, man, just a tick ahead of everybody else, to tell you what's going on, to tell you the teams to look out for, to tell you the top-rated teams in college basketball. See, we do the dirty work for you. And see, now, what you're going to find out, Andy, is there are no blue bloods. Let me say that again. There are no blue bloods in our Fab Five. So we're going to give you 5 of the top teams every week. We're going to call it the Fab Five. Andy, drop number 5 for me.
All right, Tennessee
Volunteers
at number 5.
Bruce Pearl and company. Andy, Bruce Pearl, we know what he's about. Up-tempo offense. Again, they've got the playmakers to be able to stretch the floor. Tennessee, very deep people. Watch Volunteers. They tip in at number 5.
Number 4, the Connecticut Huskies. This is the sport that they're known for, Steve. Enough talk about them going to a bowl game in football. This is what Husky fans are all about this time of year.
And I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men. They are undefeated. People, you better pay attention to the Connecticut Huskies. They are flat, getting it done. A very exciting team. They got a big man in the middle and ways to beat you on the outside. I love the Connecticut Huskies.
Steve, we had this next team in our BDI top 10. It seemed like every week last year, and rightfully so. It's the Purdue Boilermakers.
Yeah, have you seen the big man in the middle, Edie? Once again, he's going for double-doubles. He had 23 and 19 the other night. Purdue is not Purdue. They are going to make you play 40 minutes of basketball. You better be ready to grind it out against the Boilermakers.
And even a reminder, Virginia won a national championship a couple years ago. They're not too far removed from that, and they look like a team that might have a chance to do it again early on, Steve.
Yeah, a lot of depth with the Cavaliers, man. You know, this is a team that can beat you a number of different ways. Defensively, they're going to look to squeeze it, really make you earn every trip up and down the floor. Cavaliers, number 2.
And number 1, can we talk about what a great coach Calvin Sampson is already?
Yeah, well, he's got the best damn player in the country in Mackey and Sasser. I mean, the dude is a flat-out star. We tried to tell you about Sasser last year. This kid is starting to develop. The Cougars are, man, right now, starting to round in the heads and shoulders the best team in the country.
All right, so that's our first glance, Fab 5. We're going to give that to you every week now. And we got a lot. Man, this is just the fun time of year for us, right? I mean, it's just going to it's like a snowball, even though we haven't seen any of that yet.
Yeah, don't start.
Snowball effect. It's supposed to. Snowball effect in terms of how exciting things are going to get for this show and for you at home. But before we go, we told you there was a college football game today, okay?
Yeah.
This game is special. I don't care what the records are, Steve. This game is special, and I get chills every time I watch the national anthem. It's the Army-Navy game. And look at these uniforms. Boy, this is going to be fun to watch today.
Let's go, Army. Let's get the job done, baby. We came up short last year, but we're going to get it done this year. I just feel it. I believe that we can win. Let's go, Army.
Go Navy, beat Army. All right.
You know.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, listen.
It's been fun, man.
My grandfather, my boss, and his wife. Those are the only reasons I need right there. Okay? All right.
Well, and I get all of that.
Has
I
been
get
fun.
all of that. But
listen,
Army,
you're one of them. You better be rooting for Army. You were one of them.
That. Let's get it done, baby. Let's get it done. Oh, man, it's been fun, but we got to run, man. Another one. 63 of them in the books, man. Until next week.
We wish you love.
And peace. Deuces.